Alright, so now that we're out of Lothering, we are here set up in camp, and I think it's a good time to get to know some of our party members, in particular, the newcomer in the group, the one that just sort of glommed onto our party in what could be suspicious manners, so let's actually do a little bit of interrogation to figure out where she's coming from. By the way, that cheese wheel is massive. What in the world? So, Liliana, what's your story?
Yes?
I'd like to talk.
Well, here I am.
So, what was life like in the Chantry Cloister?
Quiet. It was a life suited for contemplation. In the cloister, away from the fuss and the flurry of the cities, I found peace. And in that stillness, I could hear the Maker. But it was not perfect. Some of my Chantry fellows were condescending. That is the nature of religious folk, I suppose.
Oh, well, yeah, they do tend to be self-righteous.
When I talked about my beliefs, that the Maker reveals himself in the beauty of his world, they treated me with disdain. They want to believe that he's gone, so that when he turns his gaze on them, it means they are special, chosen. He cannot possibly have love for all, the sick and the weary, the beggars and the fools.
Well, what did you say to them?
What can I say to them? What they believe is what the Chantry says, and the Chantry is infallible, yes? Maybe I am wrong, but it is the Maker's place to decide if I am worthy, not men, not the Chantry. But there is work to be done, and I have talked enough for now.
Oh, well, I guess that's all she wants to talk about for now. Didn't actually get much from her, but it does seem like she is very, very faithful. And in a way where she isn't even accepted by her own, I almost said co-conspirators, but that's a really bad thing to say about religion. Colleagues, I suppose. Like she's alienated amongst her own group because of her behavior. We'll check in with Alistair. Maybe he's probably still grieving after all that's calmed down.
What do you need?
Do you want to talk about Duncan?
You don't have to do that. I know you didn't know him as long as I did.
You're right, I knew him for however long it took to walk from the Circle of Magi to the battlefield, and then he died. But, he was like a father to you. No, that's terrible to say. Never say I understand to a grieving person. It's not a good idea. I just thought you might need to talk.
I should have handled it better. Duncan warned me right from the beginning that this could happen. Any of us could die in battle. I shouldn't have lost it, not when so much is riding on us, not with the blight and everything. I'm sorry.
It might be a bit of a weakness of this game that Alistair's apparent freak out, and you know, like we keep saying he lost it, and Morrigan keeps saying that Alistair was completely inconsolable and stuff like that, but we don't really see it. On screen, he's just sort of like, yeah, I guess I was sad about it, but it's kind of past tense while you're unconscious or not in the room. But, yes, well, let's forget about it.
You're right. This isn't really the time to mourn, is it? Not when there's so many who are still going to die unless we do something. Mourning can come later. By the time the snows come, this will all be done one way or the other.
Aww. I made Alistair like me less by saying that, didn't I? Whoops. Well, I know who will love me unconditionally. How's it going, boy?
Oh, why, you little...
Oh, come on. You guys getting in a fight now? Let's see. Are you harassing my dog? Let's not do that. What?
Your furry friend here took offense at me getting near his food. He snapped at me, look.
Well, don't get near his food. Sure, that's wow. Yeah, well, he is a war dog. He growls angrily at Alistair.
Sometimes I forget that he's a war dog. That'll teach me.
Let me guess. Alistair disapproves. Oh, nope, never mind. Doing just fine. It's funny, these conversations are actually shorter than I remember them being. I think I'm colored by Mass Effect and Old Republic, where you have the most prolonged conversations when you're outside of missions. I think they're probably more spread out in this game because there's so many allies and so many opportunities to talk to them.
What do you wish of me?
do I even want to ask her anything? Let's go ahead and ask her something.
If you must.
Oh well, that's a really encouraging thing. So let's see. How did you become a shape changer? Now let's ask if Flemeth really is what she seems to be.
Well, that depends, does it not? What does she seem to be?
That's actually a good question. Human?
Oh, she certainly was human. Once. Tell me, how much do you know of the tale? The one that the chastened still tell of my mother, to frighten them into obedience.
I'm more interested in the truth, honestly. Frankly, I know nothing about the tale because the game hasn't told me much about the story.
I can relay what Flemeth once told me herself, and you can decide whether or not 'tis the truth, if you desire.
Alright. Wait, I don't want to say but make it quick. Alright, that sounds interesting.
As the tale is sung by the bards, there was a time when Flemeth was young and beautiful. A fair lass in a land of barbarian men, the desire of any who saw her.
So how long ago was this?
Many centuries, before this land was even named Ferelden. The tales say that Flemeth fell in love with Osen the bard, and fled the castle of her husband, the dread Lord Conabar, and that he swore vengeance for her infidelity. In truth, my mother claims that 'twas Osen who was her husband, and Conabar the jealous lord, who looked on from afar. Lord Conabar approached young Osen and offered him wealth and power in exchange for his lovely wife, and Osen agreed.
Oh, they traded the wife. I'm sure she was happy about that. Flemeth must have been angry.
The life of a bard is a poor one, and love fades in the wake of hunger. 'Twas Flemeth who suggested the arrangement. All would have been well had Lord Conabar kept his end of the bargain. But he was a foul man who bargained with coin he did not possess. Osen was led off to a field and slain, left for dead. Flemeth spoke to the spirits and learned of the deed, and swore revenge.
Wow. So she organized her own trade, which is a little distressing and sociopath-like, but then the person didn't actually even do the trade and went and killed the husband anyway. That's problematic. So, but wasn't she now married to a wealthier man?
That was not the point. Conabar had no honor, so she would not have him. Flemeth begged the spirits to aid her, and 'twas they who slew Conabar. The demon the legend tells of came later. Lord Conabar's allies chased Flemeth, you see, chased her to the wilds, and there she hid. There she found the demon, and he made her strong. The legends all speak of the great hero Cormac, he who defeated Flemeth and her great army when she invaded the lowlands centuries later. All lies.
It's a fair point. Of course, Flemeth would say that, because from her perspective, she's going to spin the story to make herself sound good, wouldn't she? Alright, so which part was the lie? That she never invaded? Or that she was never defeated? Or, I mean, that she was defeated.
The truth of the matter is that there was never an invasion. As Flemeth tells it, the Chastened never raised an army under her banner, and she never fought with any warrior named Cormac. Cormac led a brutal civil war against his own people, and later claimed it was to vanquish evil that had taken root amongst the lords. Thus, he was hailed a hero. Flemeth was only attached to the legend much later. Perhaps 'twas due to the Great War with the Chastened that eventually came, but Mother claims not to know how it began.
That's certainly interesting, because it suggests some McCarthyism type stuff going on, where you can blame your own hunt or your own actions within your group on a third party, where, was it McCarthy originally did that with the Red Scare. He tricked people into thinking various people were communists so that he could get them out of office. And it's even happening right here in this game, where Logain has his own nefarious actions, where he betrayed his own nephew, and he's blaming the betrayal on the Grey Wardens as a bit of a scapegoat. let's see. How many things should I bring her? Do you believe her version?
I do not believe everything that Flemeth claims. Oft it seems her bitterness has colored her memories. But on the whole, yes, I believe this tale, if not all.
Okay, so how is it that Flemeth has survived for so long?
The demon within her has transformed her into something else. An abomination, perhaps some would say. I know not. I only know my mother is clever, and she is part of the wilds as it is part of her. But she is no immortal. She bleeds. A blade in her heart would kill her like any other, were it lucky enough to find her.
Is that a suggestion? So the legends tell of Flemeth having many daughters. I wonder, are these real daughters or are they adopted daughters? I get the feeling that you, in particular, are not really her daughter, and just someone that she found.
You ask if I have sisters? I have asked of this myself. The stories tell of many witches of the wilds, after all, not just the one. And these tales existed long before I did. Flemeth refuses to speak of other daughters, if they existed. So, should I believe I am her first? I doubt that too.
It makes sense. It'd be a little... It'd almost be odd if a seemingly immortal woman was around for hundreds of years and only recently had a sister. I mean, only recently had a daughter. Because Morgan's, what, in her 20s or 30s? Like, that's a long time to never have a child if she's going to have one at any point. So why would she refuse to talk about them?
The Chastened tell of a falling out between Flemeth and her daughters. They say that one day she hunted them all through the wilds and ate their hearts. It may be true. I have never seen another witch or heard of one. Perhaps one day Flemeth will eat my heart as well.
That's concerning. Alright, well, an interesting story. Thank you.
Flemeth tells it with far more embellishment than I, but you are welcome. Dare I ask of your own mother? Few are abominations of legend, 'tis true, but I find myself curious nevertheless.
Huh. I love her. What else is there you want to know?
Nothing. I wish to know nothing more. I find myself a little envious, to tell the truth. But it matters not. Let us move on.
Not sure how much I can say about my mom, especially since I've never met her in this game. I guess the fact that I could say that must mean that she's probably exists in some capacity, but my made-up character, I don't know if he even has one. But there we go. Morrigan actually ended up liking me more at the end of that conversation. My understanding, in my own memory, is that like Morrigan's actually kind of hard to please. There's a guy with an exclamation point over here. That's for a DLC pack. Don't feel like doing that right now, so I think I'm actually going to head out, and we're going to try to do our next major objective in the world map. So let's gather the party and venture forth. Let's gather our three human companions, I think. The dog is amusing, but I frankly don't tend to bring him along very often, I don't think. And so my original plan was to go to Redcliffe first, but since that guy is sick, and we might not be able to even save him, I think, when given other options, my first one I'd like to go to is, let's see. I could either go to the Tower of Magi, because I'm a mage and I might have connections, or I could go visit the elves, and maybe for once, after what was probably decades of imprisonment in that tower, finally meet my own people. And I think I'll do that. Let's try to meet some actual elves for once in this playthrough, as someone who's been isolated amongst the humans for so long. Let's see how this can backfire. Am I gonna get it? Nope. Doesn't look like I'm getting any random encounter interruptions. I guess I was right there anyway.
Hold, outsider. You may be of my kind, but you're not Dalish. Why are you here?
Whoa, what's all with the radical face tattoos, lady? I guess that's just what the Dalish do? Actually, I can't really tell from here. You're the only one in frame, but it is strange. But, I wish to enter your camp.
Why?
Hospitality, purchase some... No. I have business with your leader, actually.
And what business is that?
Grey Warden. I'll tell the keeper of no one else. Jeez, let's just yell at them. That'll be great. That'll go over perfectly. I am a Grey Warden.
That is not a lie that many would attempt. I will bring you to the Keeper then, and he can decide if your business is worthwhile.
Okie dokie. So far so good. No one tried to stab me yet. This situation has promise. Hello, fellow bald elf.
I see we have guests. Who are these strangers, Mithra? I have precious little patience and less time to spend on outsiders today.
This one claims to be a Grey Warden and wishes to speak with the clan. I thought it best to leave the decision to you.
That was wise of you. Masirinus, Mithra, you may return to your post.
Manuvinen, Keeper.
Now, allow me to introduce myself. I am Zathrian, the keeper of this clan, its guide and preserver of our ancient lore. And you are?
I'm Orenko, pleased to meet you.
If you came to bring news of the Blight in the south, it is not needed. I had already sensed its corruption. I would have taken the clan north by now, had we the ability to move. Sadly, as you can see, we do not.
Yes, it seems like you've had your own troubles. What are the odds?
I imagine you are here regarding the treaty we signed centuries ago. Unfortunately, we may not be able to live up to the promise we made. This will require some explanation. Please, follow me.
I'm not sure if you understand how treaties work.
The clan came to the Brazilian forest 1 month ago, as is our custom when we enter this part of Ferelden. We are always wary of the dangers in the forest, but we did not expect the werewolves would be lying in wait for us. They ambushed us, and though we drove the beasts back, much damage was done. Many of our warriors lie dying as we speak. Even with all our magic and healing skill, we will eventually be forced to slay our brethren to prevent them from becoming beasts. The Blight's evil must be stopped. But we are in no position to uphold our obligations. I am truly sorry.
So if all of these people are going to die of the curse or infection or whatever you want to call it, why can't you just leave? I'm not sure if I understand the context there. Because you'd have to leave to help us with the Blight anyway, so let's just go. You've flat out said you're going to have to kill these people anyway. You said you can't even save them. So what's holding you here? But anyway, there are actual werewolves in the forest.
There was a time in Ferelden's history when werebeasts roamed the lands in great numbers. Spirits possessed animals and turned them into horrific monsters. The humans warred against and destroyed these creatures. No doubt their tales of those days grow ever more inaccurate.
Flemeth tells tales of such a time. Packs of possessed wolves akin to abominations roaming the land. It was a terrible age, now long past.
The werebeasts are not all gone from this land, and the ones that stalk the Brazilian forests are proof of this.
Interesting. So my first gut reaction to hearing that there's some sentient creatures that are thought of as being evil is actually to sympathize with them a bit, because I'm a mage, and as soon as people identify me as being a mage, I'm thought of as evil until I prove otherwise, you know, guilty until proven innocent. But it's rather concerning to hear Morrigan say that even Flemeth has bad things to say about the werewolves. That means that they must be truly beast-like indeed. So why did the beast attack you? Aside from just being beasts, I guess.
They are savage and unrelenting. They need no reason to attack anyone. What is curious, however, is the ambush. We expect werewolves to be no more cunning than a rabid wolf. The ambush suggests a level of intelligence we've never seen before.
So you're saying that these werewolves might be different from the ones of legend? That's interesting. So maybe they aren't as unintelligent as you think.
I doubt that. The very curse that is in their blood fills them with an unreasoning rage that precludes any true thought.
So is there no way to help your men?
The affliction is a curse that runs rampant in their blood, bringing great agony and then ultimately either death or a transformation into something monstrous. The only thing that could help them must come from the source of the curse itself, and That would be no trivial task to retrieve.
I am quite good at non-trivial tasks.
Within the Brazilian forest dwells a great wolf. We call him Witherfang. It was within him that the curse originated, and through his blood that it has been spread. If he is killed and his heart brought to me, perhaps I could destroy the curse. But this task has proven too dangerous for us. I sent some hunters into the forest a week ago, but they have not returned. I cannot risk any more of my clan.
Huh. So I'm about to go after Witherfang. What's going on here? Like, you say that the curse originated in Witherfang. Do you mean he's the original werewolf of all time? Or is it this specific bout of werewolf attacks? Like, is one Witherfang kind of like an archdemon? Because I assume an archdemon keeps summoning... Like an archdemon appears, and then the outbreak of Darkspawn happens, and the Grey Wardens kill said archdemons and quell the attack, but then eventually another archdemon appears, is how I think that works. So, are there waves of original werewolves, or is this the original one that's been around for hundreds of years, and a party of 4 people are going to go destroy him as if that's some simple task? That's weird. So you said you could perhaps destroy the curse.
There is no guarantee that this will work, as I suspect. But it's the only hope we have left.
So if I help you, what will you give me?
We would assist with the blight, of course. And you would have our gratitude.
Like, I do like the helping me with the blight a lot more than the gratitude. So, good. Let's hope you don't forget it.
Anyone who would undertake such danger for our benefit would be remembered for it. Few have who are not one of our own.
Alright then. I'll find... Well, actually, no, I should ask some questions about this.
Make them quick, if you please. I have much to do here. My apprentice Lanaya or Sayrel, the clan's storyteller, could provide you with answers just as easily.
Make it quick, I'm very busy, which is why I was standing still all the time. Alright, so tell me more about this curse your hunters suffer from.
There is not much to say. It stemmed originally from Witherfang, but now any werewolf may infect someone with it.
Let's see. Oh, there we go. That's the exact question I was looking for. So did all the werewolves everywhere, stem from Witherfang?
No. The ones from this forest, however, do.
There we go. Question solved. So there are a number of Witherfangs out there, and this is just the guy we're dealing with here. So if a werewolf bites me, will I become infected?
It is possible, but not guaranteed. The only way to protect against the curse is not to be bitten.
Well, that's not very encouraging, so how will I know if I have been infected by the curse?
You will know within a matter of days. You will begin to sweat and vomit, and most tellingly, your temper will become wild and uncontrollable. If that happens to you, you should seek out Witherfang even more swiftly. Your mission at that point will be rather personal.
Huh, interesting. I can't tell if, rather interestingly, it'd be kind of just a funny situation if someone was like, they've been around werewolves and you can't tell, like, is this guy, I can't tell if this guy's infected or if he's just a dick. So how did this curse start?
That is a long tale I do not have the time to tell. Ask Sayrel about it if you wish.
Well, fine, if you're gonna be rude about it.
Go on then.
How do I find Witherfang? Do you have any advice?
Watch for the white wolves. They are his eyes and ears in the forest.
Alright then, I should go.
I must return to caring for my people. Creator's speed on your way.
Well, alrighty then, it's time for us to go find Witherfang. I'm sure things will go over just nicely. And of course, there's 100 million billion quests that I could look at if I want to. But I think I'm gonna skip on that part. Because if I do every side quest I come across, this will be an incredibly long playthrough. Oh, so I need to actually... Wait, no, it says travel. So I guess if I move forward through here, this should take me into the forest. Looks like it. Looks like there's a path right back there. Look at a few things just for a free experience and stuff. Because why not? And let's go into the Brazilian forest. Hopefully I don't have a horrible fate where I get cursed and have to live out my days as a furry. Welcome to the Brazilian forest. I'm sure it's friendly. I'm sure I'm off to have a great time around here.
Let's try not to get too lost. It's easy to get turned around in a place like this.
Yeah? Thankfully I have a map. That'll definitely help. Let's go ahead and take this low route. Because arbitrary decision making. It's not about making a smart decision, it's just about making a fast one. So we have to immediately have some wolves to lightning the crap out of. Need you guys to go down before I get infected. We'll be fine as long as I can stay behind my allies. So we already have some werewolves to deal with. That's interesting. Leliana, have you considered attacking my enemies? That'd be very helpful. I think something may have gone horribly wrong with Leliana's AI. Leliana. Huh. She's just sort of not attacking anyone. I think I'm gonna have to look into what her tactics are set as. Maybe she's somehow been... Maybe a mistake has been made at some point. Let's take a look here. Are you not set to attack people or something? So right off the bat we killed some werewolves. They're comically spreading pools of blood. So they don't seem to be too tough, but how many of them are there in here? And is Witherfang much more powerful? We have a very, very vapory looking waterfall. And apparently a checkpoint. Oh, branching path leads to werewolves. Oh, they're not attacking. I suppose this must be a dialogue moment, isn't it? Yeah, he has a name, Swiftrunner. So can I talk to the werewolves? Looks like that might be the case.
The Watchwolves have spoken truly, my brothers and sisters. Another of the Gaelish come to put us in our place. Come to make us pay for our attack.
I am not a Dalish elf, actually.
It makes no difference to us. One elf is as good as another, especially when they are dead. You speak to Swiftrunner. I lead my cursed brothers and sisters. Turn back now. Go back to the Dalish and tell them that you have failed. Tell them we will gladly watch them suffer the same curse we have suffered for too long. We will watch them pay.
So this brings up all sorts of questions. This guy, they're clearly talking and sentient and angry at the Dalish, and they're blaming the Dalish for what's happening to them. Should I go for persuasion? Let's see. So I would prefer to talk to you. I mean no harm.
No, there shall be no talk. You invade our forest, and you insult us with your talk. Come, brothers and sisters! Swiftrunner calls you to battle! Drive this invader from our midst!
Oh shit, he is immediately attacking us. Okay.
On your guard.
Fun problem. Let's go for this attack, though. Did I hit anyone with that? That was awkward. Oh god, I almost immediately went down. Oh Jesus Christ. I'm down. Crap, I don't know what Leliana's abilities are.
Make her be praised.
Enough! The forest has eyes of its own, and it shall deal with you. You have been warned.
Huh. That was a very chaotic and confusing 3 seconds of fighting. So, I guess, yeah, I'm probably injured now. That's a bummer. Why you go and tackle me like that? We could have just talked for a few seconds instead of you jumping on me. My allies didn't even get a chance to actually fight. Oh well. Let's continue down the path we saw him go down. Looks like we're immediately getting attacked. Oh, there's some werewolves. I'm sure they're friendly. Lightning, bitch! And then run the hell away. Please, I need you guys to fight the werewolves. Oh man. It'd be very useful if you guys had a little more aggro capability. Leliana, what is with you? She's just standing there. She's not even fighting back. What is going on? Oh, Alistair's down. That's problematic. Why is That's insane how fast Alistair's going down. I am playing on normal mode. You're supposed to be my tank. Wow, are we not well prepared for dealing with these guys? Or am I just getting screwed by the fact that the entire character's standing still? What the hell, Leliana? You've screwed me. Okay, I'm in trouble. This is not ideal at all. Quick heal. I'm going down. I am so going down. This is bad. Damn it. Oh, no, there we go. Well, shit. Why did we go down so fast? That was super problematic.
Men and women from every race, warriors and mages, barbarians and kings. The Grey Warden sacrificed everything to stem the tide of darkness.